Right, let's talk about these TPOWER chargers. Now, just for fun as well, we're going to compare the X2 Pro, slightly older version than these two, and really a completely different charger. But I think this is more than relevant when it comes to all three of them. The X2 Pro, the V6 Duo, and the V6 Pro all have two ports so that you can charge two batteries at the same time, and they're XT60s. A lot of people don't like the fact that they're XT60s, but I find it very useful, and I think it's bloody good, to be fair. They're all pretty much identical. Now, I'm not going to go through loads and loads and loads of information on any of these chargers. The whole point is, after using, well, I've had the X2 Pro for a couple of years. The V6 Duo and the V6 Pro I've had for a few months now, and I've been using them. I've been charging LiPos, nickel metal hydrates, and I even made up a wire to charge up a car battery, and I've been using the I think I used the Duo for charging up the car battery, the actual full-size normal car battery, lead-acid battery, because they can charge PB, lead-acid. All I had to do was make up a wire so I could put an XT60 on one end, two crocodile clips on the other, poof, there we go. And it done the job fantastically. You don't just have to use these chargers to charge up RC stuff. I've been using them to charge up radio batteries, car batteries, as we know. I charged up an electric bike battery with one. That was the X2 Pro. And they're great. So the whole point is, I'm telling you my opinion over all three of them. If you want all the technical stuff and all the information and the menus and anything specific, look them up and go and have a read and decide what one you want from that kind of stuff. If not, just listen to what I've got to say and you might make a decision. So really what we've got is we've got the little brother in between the two bigger brothers here. This X2 Pro is capable of quite a lot of stuff. It can charge all the way up to 6S, but then again, so can the Duo, and so can the Pro. The Pro, well, the Duo is 400 watts. The Pro, from my memory, is 600, but I could be very, very wrong. Let me go and get the instruction book. I was wrong. It's 700 watts DC power, 200 watts AC. So yeah, that's. I haven't got the box or the instructions for the X2 Pro, but it's more than capable. This one's 400. So, in my opinion, this one's more than adequate for a lot of people. But this one's great. You can wireless charge your phone, or there are some transmitters out there. I know, I'm pretty sure FlySky do one, and there's probably some other brands that do transmitters now with built-in batteries, and you can wireless charge them. All you do is stand the transmitter onto a wireless charging pad and it charges them up. They do come with charging pads, but if you've got one of these chargers, you can have your transmitter on the top, you can be charging up two batteries, and there's a USB thing on the side. You can put a USB cable in there and charge something else. I've had my phone charging on there, two LiPos charging here, and I've had a USB cable coming out here, charging up. I charged up a tablet at the same time, and I also charged up a CB handheld radio with that at the same time as charging everything else. And, well, it done it no problem at all. Two 3S batteries and all that. It was great. This one has also got, wherever it's gone, a USB 2 amp USB plug on the back. All three of them you can connect to a 12 volt car battery and power it up with a 12 volt car battery. There's an XT60 for that. There is USB-C, they're not USB-C, are they? That's a different one, but there is USB cables. I think you can update firmwares and do all that kind of stuff. None of that interests me, if I'm perfectly honest. I don't really know why you'd need to update a charger, but maybe it's something I'm missing. Maybe it's something that is really good. I don't know. All I want from a charger is for it to charge batteries, and to charge batteries good. I don't want a charger that's going to charge them badly. This one, when you do a storage, they've all got storage chargers, by the way, for LiPos. You can, all of them have got storage charge. This one, when you storage charge a LiPo, it goes to about 48%. It did go to 50% a couple of times, but it's normally about 45, 48%. This one goes to 40% when you do a storage charge, and this one goes to about 45%, which is all within perfect range. When you storage charge a LiPo, you want it to be about 45-ish%, you know, roughly halfway, a little bit less than half, in my opinion anyway, and that's perfectly fine for me. This one, I don't think the X2 Pro's got it. I could be wrong. If it has, please correct me with a comment. This one definitely hasn't got, but this one has got a repair mode. So if you've got a battery, I don't think it works for LiPos. I think it's nickel metal hydrate and possibly some other types. But if you've got a battery which isn't very good anymore, perhaps it's completely flat, not a, you know, like half a volt in it, I mean really flat. A lot of chargers, modern chargers, like for example this Overlander RC6 VSR, if you've got a battery which is extremely flat, a LiPo or a nickel metal hydrate or anything, a NiCad, excuse me, I've got something in my eye. And it's got no charge in it, it won't charge it. It will say voltage error or something along those lines, and it won't charge. And what you have to do then is get another battery, 2 wires, connect the 2 batteries together directly with the 2 wires to shove a bit of electric in the dead battery, quickly connect it to the charger, and it'll take over, and then it will charge it. The old-fashioned chargers, like this one here, this is my old charger. This is more than 20 years old, and it is fantastic. It'll charge anything, and there's very little restrictions on it. But modern chargers don't generally do that anymore. This will charge a battery from 0 volts. There's no, it won't ever go voltage error, too low, voltage low, anything like that. You connect a battery, it makes sure the battery is the type that you have selected. I haven't said that you can charge a LiPo in nickel metal hydrate mode. I'll explain that in a minute. And it'll just charge. Why would you want to charge a battery in nickel metal hydrate mode if it's a LiPo? Because if a LiPo is completely dead, I wouldn't recommend doing it. And the charger says voltage low or whatever, you can charge it in nickel metal hydrate mode for about a minute or less. Get a bit of electric in it quick, press stop, quickly change it over to LiPo, press go, and it will take over. Just needs a little bit of a jolt to get some electric in there for the charger to recognize it. Well, that one over there that I just showed you doesn't bother with that. It'll just charge anything. That one will go into thingy mode, but this has got repair mode. So what it does, you put a battery in repair mode, and it does that for you. It senses that the voltage is a bit low, and it'll just repair it. It'll just do what it needs to do, throws a little bit of electric in it gently, and then once it's got enough for it to take over, it'll start charging it properly. And it does work. I've had some batteries that have been completely dead. They've been sat in a shed for years, put a multimeter on them, they show us nothing, like literally a millivolt. Put that in repair mode and it's charged them right up. And one of them I've been using in a roto start and it's been holding up. So it does work and it does do something. There's loads and loads of functionalities in this one, loads of stuff which I won't use. If you're interested in one of these, I definitely recommend it. The build quality is brilliant. It's actually got some weight to it. It's solid. It doesn't creak. Look, I'm squeezing it. Look. I'm squeezing it. There's no creaking. Great quality. Same for this one. TPOWER, they do seem to know what they're doing. Yes, these were all given to me to review. However, I make it very, very clear. If I find things that are bad or find things I don't like or if something's not right, I will say it. And I say to these companies, you know, I'm going to say what I find. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, but I don't need to with GT Power stuff. It's all just seems to be good. The X2 Pro, although this is an older model, you can buy these in Wheelspin Models and a lot of other shops. Same for these, although I haven't seen that in many shops yet. But you can buy all these in good shops. Fantastic. As you know, you can. This has got roller things with a digital screen, and this has got buttons with a bit more of an analog sort of screen. Really good chargers, and I'd really recommend them. And even if you don't need 700 watts, I'd still go for this one, because you've got the wireless charging, and it does come in blooming handy. You know, you might find yourself, you might think, well, at the moment I haven't got a transmitter. I don't use wireless charging on my phone, and I haven't got a transmitter with wireless charging. So I'm going to buy a charger that just doesn't bother with that. 6 months down the line, if you're like me, you buy something and you keep it. You don't keep buying new stuff. So when I buy a charger, I'm keeping it. I don't have a view of changing it. I've got a view of keeping it. 6 months down the line, you might break your transmitter or something. So it might happen to it. And you go and buy yourself a new one, and it might have wireless charging. You know, and if you didn't buy yourself that charger, you wouldn't be able to use it. But you've already bought yourself that charger. So now you've ended up with a transmitter that's got wireless charging, and you've already got the charger already there. So you can utilize it and use it to its full potential. I think that's a great one. So all three chargers from GT Power, listen, I think they're brilliant. I strongly recommend, if you're thinking about buying a new charger, that you consider all of these ones, because, well, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really don't. I mean, I'm not disappointed, and I don't think anybody would be disappointed with them. So if you want one, there will be a link in the description of this video, so you can go and have a look, read all the specs, read all the technical stuff. As I say, all of these, all three of them, they've got loads of stuff in them which I won't use. I just charge and discharge and storage charge and repair batteries. That's all I do. But a lot of you will do more stuff. So read all the specs, find out what you want to do. And as far as build quality, functionality, and actual, you know, they actually work, definitely recommend them. There we go. That was meant to be a quick overview of these chargers, but I know I do talk a lot. I'm sorry, I don't do it on purpose. I just got to tell you a lot of stuff. I just have to. So there we go. You've got the V6 Pro, the V6 Duo, and the X2 Pro. You tell me if you've got one of any of them, or if you've got one of their other chargers. Put in the comments, what do you think of it? What do you think of GT Power as a brand? What do you think of the specific chargers? Do you get on with them? Anything that you can put in them comments to help other people make a decision, good or bad. I want to hear the bad and the good, because both are very important. I don't think you'll find very many bad things about them, but all of them are important. Put in the comments and we can all have a chat together. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later on. And just enjoy life, eh? Because it is life.